had a shift in our passion projects and our innovation zone times. We still wanted to figure out a way that we could reach our students and kind of ignite their passions, and so our library council kind of met and decided we would look at doing seminars where we would pick things that aligned with our mission statement for our building, which is to prepare kids for college, career, and life. And so we thought about just introducing different topics that kids might be interested in that they could sign up for and go to, just like you would a seminar, or like our teachers sometimes leave and they go to conferences to get more information or to learn new things. We thought this would be a way that we could reach our kids. Part of the idea was kids. Our library council talked about, when we would do things in the building that would require every student to participate in all of them, and the teachers or the students would teach those topics. Some kids didn't want to be there, and it made it really difficult for the kids that were trying to teach the topic to kids that weren't interested. We do have kids that teach some of the seminars. We also use outside community members to come in and teach. So we're trying to make sure we're dabbling in all of those different areas where we can use our students as leaders and teachers, but we also want to bring in professionals from outside of our walls and in the community to come in and talk to our students as well. So far we've had stuff on sports medicine and physical therapy. We've had broadcasting and radio broadcasting and podcasting and public relations. We've had small business owners. We've had cake and cookie decorating, and we plan in the future. We have 2 of our on-staff teachers that have written books, and so they're going to talk about publishing and that process, looking at having a nonprofit organization come and talk about the ins and outs of working for nonprofits based on one of our students' passion projects that really sparked an interest in that. We did a virtual reality computer building one, which was a big one. We had one of our Photech kids actually teach the class, and we had kids learning. So that was a really cool experience as well. And then we're always open to new ideas for people that want to come in and share. Kids learn about this. A lot of the seminars, sometimes it's teacher and counselor recommendations. Otherwise, if it's open to the entire student body, we open it up over our announcements. We're starting to run things through the broadcasting department so that they can broadcast and get our word out that way. A lot of time is just spent in our library council brainstorming. We have different kids from all different friend groups, and so we ask them what they would be interested, what their friends would be interested in, and then we start asking who has contacts where. I think students have an opportunity to see real life things at work. We were talking about the broadcasting speaker that came for the Springfield Cardinals. He came down and he started talking about his career and his journey.
And I went to a really small college in Hartford, Connecticut called Trinity College. And being in broadcasting, being in PR and communications, anybody have any guesses what I would have studied in college? I studied Asian history. And I don't necessarily use Asian history. I really don't remember very much. I have to confess, my parents aren't thrilled about that. But it was neat. It was my favorite topic. The college I went to had really traditional departments. So it was like history, English, political science, religion, because it was just a tiny liberal arts school. But what I did in those Asian history classes was I read and I wrote and I spoke, pretty much nonstop. And if you can develop those skills and those habits, it really doesn't matter what field you go into. You're going to have a leg up because you're going to be able to communicate. And even from that very first email, asking about any potential openings or whatever the case might be, you're going to put your best foot forward. So little did I know I would be writing and reading and speaking about baseball at the time when I was studying Asian history, but that was my major in college.
We're really trying to hit those pillars that our district thinks are important as far as college, career, and life ready. We're trying to make sure that we have a variety of options for our kids to think about. The sky's the limit.